Hey there, everyone. Art Burns here, wishing you a very, very happy day today. I don't know how many of you caught the Oscars last night. I didn't personally. I actually every Sunday night I give a webinar about stress reduction to a group of people who sign up every week. And it was last night I had like 25, 30 people on there, and I had a great, great meeting with them. So if you're ever interested in joining one of these, just hit me up for the details. It's really simple. No, it doesn't cost anything, and I love doing this. It's really a true passion of mine. But anyway, this after the meeting last night and this morning, my Facebook feed has just been blowing up about the Joaquin Phoenix acceptance speech. Now, first of all, congratulations to Joaquin Phoenix. He's a great actor, and I think it's awesome that he won the Oscar. But it's really cool some of the things that he said in his acceptance speech, and they really tie into the kind of stuff that I talk about here every day as it applies to mindfulness. The way that I present mindfulness in a secular way, not in a spiritual Buddhist kind of way, but the way I present mindfulness is the way it was presented to me, right? Is that there's basically three spheres in which we can practice mindfulness, okay? We can do focused attention, we can do open awareness, and we can practice kind intention, otherwise known as compassion, right? And when we practice, especially the compassion, right? The first two kind of develop our ability to focus our mind and to like not allow our mind to wander and to allow the distracting thoughts to kind of just go by. The second one, creates an awareness. It creates a level of understanding of what's going on around us and also what's going on inside of us. And these two things conspire to really reduce stress in our lives. But it is the compassion that kind of brings it all together, right? Because in compassion, as I've told you here many times before, we develop a sense of connection, right? And we develop a sense of connection to, ultimately to everything, right? Which is really, I mean, it starts small, but it gets to a very, very big place and a very, very important place, okay? And this is kind of what Joaquin Phoenix was talking about as he, sort of connected the dots between, persecuted groups of all kinds, from everything from LGBTQ to animal rights, and to the environment. And what happens is when we practice compassion along with the focused attention and open awareness that we do with mindfulness practices, it becomes very easy to see these connections. And once we see these connections, the thing that arises here, and this is really important, is a sense of integrity. All right, or even the skill of integrity, you could say, right? Because pardon me, I'm getting over this cold that my kids gave me. When we have a sense of integrity, right, we know that the choices that we're making are in the benefit not only of ourselves, but also to everyone else, right? Joaquin mentioned the self-centered, the egocentric universe, right? The idea that we are in the center, the center of the whole universe is us, right? When we get out of that, right, which is, again, what compassion exercises will allow us to develop this sense of connection to everyone else, that makes it not all about us. And once we can do that, right, we again get this sort of skill and sense of integrity with our choices that we make, whether it's our words that we speak, our actions that we perform, or the way that we listen to one another and the way that we sort of hold space for one another. Okay, and when we do this, right, stress kind of becomes a joke at that point, right? Because you just you can't feel a sense of fear and a sense of anxiety when you feel this connection to everybody, when you know that the choices that you're making and the actions that you're taking and the everything else is in the service not only of yourself but to everyone else. Okay, now this doesn't mean that you're not going to serve yourself. In fact, you'll get even more. And this is where true happiness is going to come from. So if you'd like to learn anything more about this is a long video already. If you'd like to learn anything more, hit me up with a comment or shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to jump on the phone with you and talk about this and see if maybe some of these practices, if you kind of keep this in mind, some of these practices become even more powerful. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.